Hey YouTubers, I'm Jacob, and this is a how-to video for installing a Rebel Wire wiring harness. All right, so now that I've completed all the connections in my Bronco, it's now time to hook the battery up and do the first startup procedure. But before you try starting it up, you want to check for parasitic draw to make sure that there's no additional draw or some sort of bad connections going on with either the fuse block or any of the other connections you've made. There's so many different connections that there's a possibility that there could be parasitic draw going on. You also want to make sure that if you have door jamb switches that activate courtesy lights or dome lights, make sure that your doors are closed so that you're not getting any false readings. And the first thing I'm going to do is check for the voltage on my battery just to make sure it's a good battery. And you're going to want a multimeter for this. I'm using a Southwire multimeter, and I'll include this one in the link below. If you're doing any kind of electrical work, I highly recommend getting a multimeter. They're very handy to have. This one does DC and AC, so you can use it at home as well. Before we do this, it's always good to test the resistance of your multimeter. Make sure the leads are good. This way you don't shock yourself. And just touch them together. Anything below 1 is good. All right, so we're good. So I'm gonna set it to my 20 volt max, and I've got my black on COM and my red over here. All right, so we're at 12.1. It's a good battery. I've just left it unhooked, stored inside while working on this project. I haven't recharged it or anything. Now we're gonna check for parasitic draw, and I'm gonna move my positive over here to the 10 amp terminal, and then I'm gonna turn it down to a 10 amp DC reading. You will want to connect the positive terminal, but not the negative. Don't connect the negative yet. We'll be testing through the negative terminal, and you don't want it to touch any of the body on the vehicle because it'll give you a false reading. I'm going to put positive on the negative terminal here, and we've got 0.01 milliamps. So that's basically no draw that we've got, which is really good. Okay, so now that we know that there's basically no parasitic draw going on, I know that that 1 milliamp is probably from my tailgate window switch. So it is an always live connection so that you can use the key to roll the window up and down, be able to get in the back when the top is on. So now I'm able to connect the negative on the battery post here and then start it up. Now I will say it's a good idea to just run through the whole vehicle again, make sure that you don't have any wires hanging down like where your belts are gonna be, any moving parts, your throttle, anything that can possibly move, and just kind of go through it one more time. I've already done that, and I've also made sure I uncovered my carburetor. I did have it covered up with a towel just to kind of keep the gas fumes down while I was working on it. So I've got that uncovered. I'm gonna make sure I open up my garage door and get my fan going, and then I'm going to start it up. It's also a good idea to have a fire extinguisher handy just in case you need it. So it's just a good idea to be prepared. I just am simply starting it up to test and see if it can start and run. Basically, once it starts, then I'm just gonna shut it down and run through and test all of my connections. So I'm gonna test my lights, my reverse lights, turn signals, brake lights, all of that stuff, and just kind of run through the whole vehicle and just test everything, make sure it's functioning properly. Not gonna lie, I'm a little bit nervous since I've rewired this entire Bronco, so I've got my fire extinguisher ready just in case. I want to thank you for watching this Rebel Wire install on my 79 Bronco. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you guys. I'm open to answering any questions that you have. And as always, I've included links to this Rebel Wire kit in the description below, and all the other accessories, tools, connectors, and stuff that I've used during this project. I've included links to those in the description as well. So make sure to click on those and check them out. So thanks for watching this how-to video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, smash down that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content. Thanks for watching.